Hi guys, what's up? Right, we're finally here at my completed Sunshine Tidings build. This is my Mercer Safehouse railroad settlement. So if you've been following my series, you will know that this has been completed in vanilla with no mods and no creation content in pre-next gen Fallout 4.
Listen, I think it's much safer if we pretend we don't know each other.
Okay, I can do that. So that's our caretaker. He likes to hang out outside of the settlement for some reason or other. I don't know why. He'd be much safer inside. He seems a very nervy character. So this is the front gate, our trade entrance. Now I'm not going to go into any of the details of how things were built. If you want to see that, then you can go to my channel and watch the 8 episodes that covered the building process in vanilla. Each episode covers an individual part of the settlement. And if you've already watched those, then thank you. So down here we've got a hermit's shack. He's built this little shack outside of the settlement where he can maintain his privacy. It looks like he's got some security set up. Just deactivate that. Oh. Very modest little shack. His own toilet there. Self-contained with a little bit of mute fruit growing. And he's bare to frighten off intruders. There's even a sign there saying do not feed the bear. We'll go through the trade entrance. This is where our caravanners will come to the trade centre. There's a little stall there with a few goodies on it that they can help themselves to, all free of charge. It looks like we've got a few traders here. We've got Doc Weathers, Cricket, stir in the pot. And their guards.
Doc Weathers is guaranteed to patch up any bruises, holes, and diseases you picked up.
Then we go inside the trade centre. Oh, and here we've got Carla. And Lucas Miller as well. Looks like the whole gang's here. There's loads of storage up in the loft area.
Too many miles on the road. At least the pay is terrible.
Your task to be made detective.
General storekeeper. Lots of goodies for sale.
Make a move, Al.
Gun shop. Clothing shop. More storage up in the loft. The armour shop. Vim machine. Some vim in it. The ladder going up to the roof. So the trade centre's got its own separate power supply. And if we come through this way, around the back of the trade centre, there's another small generator in here just as backup. Another guard post up here.
Yeah?
And this is the side entrance, used only by the settlers. It's got some defensive security there, so if a settler wants to use this entrance or exit, they'll turn off the laser beam and then they can go out this way. They can go down to the lake, where they might want to do a spot of fishing, or maybe just dive in off of the jetty and have a swim. I wouldn't recommend it with the rads in the water though. A few other defences on the outside here. A bear trap and a bear. It looks like that one's been triggered and it's laying in pieces. Somebody must have been around here. Now here we've got the clinic and the doctor's hut. This is where the doctor lives. Got his own little back garden, a few potatoes growing. His toilet, which has seen better days. Let's have a look inside his clinic. We've got a little porch area where patients can rest whilst they're recovering. Here's our doctor.
Huh?
A little waiting room where you can wait for consultation. Patients' beds. His desk where he can write up his reports. And then up here we've got the guards' cabin. Again, self-contained. They've got their own back garden, little yard area, their own toilets, washing facilities. Quite a large barbecue area here with some meat on the spit. Training dummy so they can practice their unarmed combat. Post.
Yes?
Got an access point down there, down the stairs.
Yeah.
So any of the caravanners or people visiting the settlement are welcome to come through and use the facilities. They will be watched closely by this young lady here. No guard post up here. Toilets, and the plumbing. We have a communal bathroom with a shower. A very basic toilet. So this is the caretaker's hut. When he's not hanging around outside. Which brings us to our bar. kitchenette just to prepare those bar snacks, light meals. Another toilet. This brings us to the first of the settlers' cabins. And here we've got sort of a communal little campsite. Anyone can come and use the cooking facilities here. Relax in front of the fire. A guard dog's porch. This is our junkyard dog. I call her Maisie. Hi, girl. We've got a mattress and toys to play with. Now, if you're familiar with Sunshine Tidings co-op, you'll know there's nothing you can do with this wrecked cabin. Not in vanilla anyway. So I just turned it into a bit of storage. Some rubbish outside. And a small storage area for the settlement. And here we've got our water treatment plant. Apparatus that keeps it going and purifies the water. And if we go up the hill through here, this is the Supervisor's cabin. Private little area at the top of the hill where he can keep an eye on what's going on. A few gardening tools inside this little lean-to. His own back garden here. Produce growing. Nice fireplace. Sink's plumbed in. That brings us to the back of the guard's cabin, where there's a little junkyard going on here. Just a place they can safely store the junk that can be broken down into metal and what have you that they might need. Some storage there. Another little farming spot, which is for this cabin here. And we'll cover that from the front. Another little crop patch. There's our gardener. So around here we've got the scavenger working away. He breaks everything down that we need for the settlement building. And the greenhouse. Where the best produce is grown for the trade centre. Got a sprinkler system. That's plumbed in to the water pump out the back there. Another gardener standing around. He should be picking up this fruit that's dropped. There's the access point there to the clinic and the guard spot. A little bit of storage outside the warehouse here. That brings us to this place. Now this, I've decided, is Desdemona's house, because she wanders in here occasionally from the warehouse. She comes in through that door and she takes a seat on the sofa. She's not here now. The back door leads out to this area where the supervisor's cabin is, and her private garden plot, and her toilet. A nice little table decoration. And the best kitchen in the settlement. And then we go upstairs to the split level bedroom. Which brings us to the main warehouse. Now again, any of the caravanners or visiting traders can come through here and use the facilities in here, but they must sign in. We've got the iBot here. Now he is just one of the iBots that you find wandering the Commonwealth. I just hacked it, made him follow me here, and then shut it down and let it take up position. We've got a security guard here where you can sign in and then use any of the workbenches. Again, we've got storage up in the loft space. The armour workbench, power armour, weapons workbench. That door going out through to the greenhouse again.
Yeah.
And the chemistry room workbench is in its own little area. Which brings us into the main operations centre of the warehouse. Oh, there's Desdemona. This is the door she goes through. She's quite happy sitting in here watching the computers at the moment. So this is Tinker Tom's transport device to bring any of the synths that want to leave the Institute safely through.
This thing is gonna be huge. We'll finally learn about what the Institute is up to, man.
There's Tinker Tom toiling away. Now when the synths have transferred here, they use this room up here. A modest little bedroom. And this is to initialize them with a little bit of education into their new life and their new identity. And upstairs we've got another living area. Bathroom. And it looks like we've got hot water for the bath. Loads of reading material. Loads of books to read. Now this is Tinker Tom's room. Fairly basic, pretty modest. But yeah, it's got some loft storage. All these bits and pieces. Got another bedroom through here with bunk beds in. Again, very modest.
Hey man, need help with the signal interceptor?
No,
This
thank
thing
you.
is gonna be huge. We'll finally learn about
So down here, you may have noticed we've got wooden floor instead of the warehouse floor, and that leads us to our secret underground basement. The nerve centre of Tinker Tom's operations. This will be where he gets all of his reports about synths escaping the Institute and monitors all the comings and goings. Left his pen on the floor. And this is where we exit the basement. I think that about wraps it up.
Huh?
I'm showing you everything. That's the plumbing for the bathroom upstairs. And that's it. That is our Mercer Safehouse Railroad settlement at Sunshine Tidings Co-op. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you did, please leave a like and a comment if you can, and maybe consider subscribing. Just remains for me to say thank you for watching, and goodbye.